how to chase your dreams. Okay. Folks, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Mary here in Japan, and thank you again for checking out another one of my videos. On this channel, we love to talk about personal finance, self-development, and career goals, especially as a millennial and for millennials. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Just hit it right there. It really does help my small channel, as YouTube, you know, they prefer the bigger channels. So small channels, we need all the help that we can get. Also, just hit that like button, because I guarantee what you're going to hear today you will use. So go ahead and hit that like button. Oh, and if you also want to, you can actually follow me on Instagram. I'm quite active there. You can follow me at Mary Roladi on Instagram. Today's topic is about how to chase your dreams. Now, I'm so excited to talk about this because I get regularly asked, actually, you know, how do I live in Japan? How did I learn Japanese? How did I get to the career that I am right now? And people always just seem so fascinated, almost as if it's something that's unattainable for them. And I regularly answer them. I literally tell people step by step, this is what I did to learn Japanese, to get to Japan, and to get into the career I am today. But yet they just kind of have like glazed over eyes, because I kind of sense that they feel like, okay, yeah, you can do it, but you know, it's not possible for me. And I'm like, no, you can chase your dreams. It's completely possible. However, what I am realizing is that when people are asking me these questions, what they're really asking is, how did you have the courage to achieve that, to go through that, to wholeheartedly go for your dreams? And I am going to tell you what are the steps I took to be able to achieve this. So make sure to stick to the end for all the steps. Firstly, you need to know your why. Now, I know this may sound a bit generic, like, oh yeah, of course my why, but actually a lot of people don't know their why. Whether your dream is to start your own business one day, to be a famous actress, to travel the world, to start a family, you need to know your why. Why is that what you want to do? Why is it something you're so passionate about? What makes that particular activity, dream, you know, something that you are interested in? When I started learning Japanese, truthfully, I started for a very simple reason, because I wanted, actually, okay, so when I started learning Japanese, I thought, you know, I always just told people that it's because I wanted to be able to read manga and anime in Japanese and not wait for the English translation. However, as I grew up, I always kind of knew there was a deeper why for me. And that why was that I wanted to escape where I was at that time in life, and in terms of just having the freedom to go to another country and, you know, kind of start a new life in that country, and have that kind of experience and not be stuck where I was back in Canada. So that was actually my why, is that I wanted the avenue to escape and be able to live wholeheartedly and freely in a new country. So really think deeply. What is your why? Not just what's the surface level why, but what's the deep reason why? Because once you have that, it gives you the strength to keep pushing through. I would study Japanese for hours, days. I would study it while I was working, while I was in class. I would, you know, do it, listen to podcasts every day. And it was fun, but it was also real for me, because I knew this was one of the, at least to me, it was one of the only ways that I knew, okay, if I can master this language and then perhaps get to Japan, I could have way more freedom than I perceived that I had at that time. So know your why. The second thing that you then have to do, once you figure out what your why is find the starting point. Now, this is so important because we get so enamored by the big picture, by the big idea that it looks sexy, it's cool, but it's also a bit intimidating. Because if you think, okay, you want to start a business, all you can think about is like, okay, I want to have a store on Downtown Avenue, and I want to be able to sell 1 million units in a month, and I need to have like all these contacts, and it sounds like a lot. It sounds like a lot. But if you think, what is my starting point for starting a business, then usually that is, well, what's your product? You know, how can you get in contact with a wholesaler? How can you start a online shop, maybe using Shopify or something like that? So once you have a starting point, it makes things just so much more zoomed in and easier to focus on, and a bit less scary versus looking at the whole picture and getting intimidated, like, oh, I could never do that. Because it's so easy to feel that I could never do that, you know, it's too much for me alone. But you're starting just a Shopify website, I don't think that's too difficult. Starting to learn a language, starting with the alphabets, that's not hard at all. You can do that in a week. So once you have a starting point, it makes things so much smoother and easier just to begin with that first step. The third thing that you have to do to be able to chase your dreams and really get them is to set SMART goals. Now, I think I did previously talk about what SMART goals are, but I'll just quickly reiterate. SMART goals, SMART goals. SMART goals is an acronym for specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, and timely. And this is a really good way to kind of keep yourself accountable and not to be stagnant as you are setting your goals and as you are going through the process of achieving your dreams, because it's specific. Okay, you know, if I want to start my own business, I need to start with a Shopify website, I need to have a product, I need to maybe build a Instagram account, a Facebook account, set up my media, and talk to a wholesaler. Measurable. Are you going to achieve all of this? Are you going to achieve 10 of them? Or are you going to just aim to do the first 5? Actionable. Is it something that you can actually do? Or is it just you need to wait for it to happen? Because you don't want to have a goal that's dependent on external forces. You want a goal that is something that you can action on within a reasonable time. Relevant. Is it a goal that is relevant to your overall target? If you're looking to move abroad to Japan in the next, 2-3 years, then what you need to start with is by learning Japanese. It doesn't make sense if you start to learn Korean when you want to move to Japan. So you start by learning Japanese, which is relevant to your goal. And timely. You have a time frame that you're working at, because you don't want to just say, oh, someday I'll learn Japanese, someday I'll start my own business. No, you want to say, okay, in this next 3 months I'm gonna do A, B, and C, and within the next 6 months I'll aim to achieve C, D, and E, and so on and so forth. So setting SMART goals is a great way to keep you accountable and get you on the path to achieving your dreams. Finally, the last step that is the key for being able to chase your dreams is starting. You just have to start. I can't emphasize it enough. You just have to start. Just do it. Just do it. Like the famous Nike philosopher said, just do it. If you don't start now, you still have tomorrow. But there was a great quote that the best time to have planted a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. By starting today, your future could be way brighter. You could achieve your dreams even within the next 2-3 years. So start today. I always think back that if I hadn't started learning Japanese when I was a teenager, probably now I'll be too lazy, truthfully. I'll be too lazy to learn it. And I'll just feel like, oh man, I always wanted to learn, but I never took the action by starting it and just doing it. Or even with this YouTube channel. I've been wanting to do YouTube now actually since I was in my early 20s, and I'll start a little bit, but I want to be serious. But now that I've started, I'm so excited to see where it'll grow in the next 1, 2, or even 3 years. So just start on your dreams. I guarantee it's better to start and to stop and to start than to have never started at all, and at least you get the experience as you are going through it. Now, I hope those tips were helpful for you to know how to chase your dreams and what steps you can take to finally get on that path. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. As well, comment below how or what, comment below what dreams you have that you want to start and how you plan to start it. And share this video to your friends who have a dream they want to do, and let them know that these are the actions you need to take to just get it started. So it's your girl Mary here in Japan. I wish you a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.